Right off the bat, there's just amazing views everywhere you turn here. This beautiful coastal trail follows not only the coastline, but goes into the temperate rainforest as well. So you get such a mix of diversity of place, of species, and there's interpretive signs along a lot of the sections here, as well as benches where you can just stop and relax and enjoy the views.
This weekend, Dino and I have traveled to the west coast of Vancouver Island to hike the Wild Pacific Trail. The Wild Pacific Trail carves its way through the West Coast forest right next to the town of Ucluelet. The trail has beaches,
And rocky bluffs,
and old growth, and lookouts,
And shipwrecks.
and a lighthouse, and storm watching. It has everything you could possibly need, and it's extremely accessible.
The trail itself, the Wild Pacific Trail, started with our founder and local legend, Oyster Jim. His vision here, as a fisherman, as a hiker, exploring this area, he wanted to open it up and allow everyone to enjoy.
So Oyster Jim and a group of intrepid volunteers began construction on the Wild Pacific Trail in 1999, starting with the Lighthouse Loop.
So since then, they've expanded and are continually expanding to over 8 and now up to 9 kilometers of trail along this coastal area from the lighthouse all the way to the end of Ucluelet, and we are continuing along with the plans to connect one day all the way along the coastline to the national park.
The Wild Pacific Trail can be hiked in 2 sections. First is the Lighthouse Loop, and second is from Big Beach to the Rocky Bluffs, and this includes a little ancient cedar action where you can see trees that are 800 years old.
Well, this is a trail that's just accessible and available to anyone, so we really want to stress the importance of keeping it clean. Just make sure you're packing out any garbage and don't leave anything behind. This is traditional territory of the Ucluelet First Nation, specifically the Ucluelet First Nation, so we want to give special respect to leaving the land as natural as possible and just staying on trail, super important, so we can preserve everything around us as well. So definitely making sure you have a dog on leash too, because we do have some coastal mammals, particularly wolves, that actually do see dogs off leash as prey, so we don't want to encourage that at all.
Along with being a collaboration between governments, local First Nations, and private landowners, the Wild Pacific Trail is funded 100% by donation.
Your donation is really important here as well. It funds the continuation of the trail, the maintenance, the upkeep, and the interpretive programs where we can share all about the things that we love here and save them for the future.
So basically, you should hike the Wild Pacific Trail. The lookouts are gorgeous, there's lots of stop areas, the terrain of the trail is beautifully maintained and very accessible. I mean, really, like, why wouldn't you come all the way out here for it? I loved it. So did Dina.